Now we are making some homemade Hamburger buns. In here I have 2 tablespoons of active dry yeast that we dissolved with 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of warm water. We let that dissolve for a minute, and then we added 1/3 a cup of veggie oil and 1/4 cup of sugar. And now we're letting that stand for 5 minutes. After that stands for 5 minutes, we will add the 2 teaspoons of pink Himalayan salt and our 1 egg. And then we will drop that mixed together on a floured surface and knead. So here we have our yeast, water, veggie oil, sugar, salt, egg, and 3 cups of flour so far. At this point, it is doughy enough to go ahead and turn out over onto your floured surface. So here's the dough turned out onto your floured surface. Now remember, this only has 3 cups of flour, and it calls for, like I said, 3 to 3.5 cups. So what I did was I sprinkled the flour generously onto my mat. I tossed my dough out. I'm going to also sprinkle some more on top, because as you can see, there's still some moist spots on it. And we didn't add all the flour yet. And it is a moist day out there. So we're going to generously add our flour so that we can make sure that we make this the perfect consistency for our Hamburger buns. And here is your dough after adding a little bit more than 1/2 cup. Not much more. I wouldn't call it 3/4, wouldn't say 2/3. I don't know. Just added the 1/2 cup extra that we needed to make the dough, and then a little extra for kneading it out. I kneaded it for 3 to 5 minutes, and now we're ready to break it up into 8 to 12 little balls for Hamburger buns. So here we ended up with 11, like I said, 8 to 12. So we have 11 round balled out dough. You let it rest for 10 minutes. You're supposed to bake at 425 for 8 to 12 minutes, of course, depending on your elevation. You cook it at whatever temperature works for you. And here are the finished Hamburger buns. Ours are a little darker than I would have liked, only because I had to pick up my kids from school. But otherwise, definitely a great recipe. If you need the recipe, just ask. I can share it. I found it online, so nothing special, super easy, and delicious homemade hamburger rolls.